So we are in the article of Rabbi Ashlag called Arvut, Mutual Responsibility. We are on number 18. Who wants to read number 18?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Por eso el Taná Rabí Shimon Bar Yochai nos explica el asunto de la garantía mutua diciéndonos que se asemeja a dos hombres que se encontraban en un bote cuando uno de ellos comenzó a hacer un agujero debajo de él en el bote. Su amigo le preguntó, ¿por qué haces ese agujero? Su amigo le respondió, ¿qué te importa? Yo estoy agujereando debajo mío, no debajo de ti. A lo que el otro replicó, tonto, los dos nos hundiremos juntos en el bote. Hasta aquí sus palabras. Por lo tanto, comprendemos que debido a que los que se quitan el yugo están sumidos en el amor propio, con sus actos construyendo una cerca de hierro que impide que los que observen la Torah comiencen siquiera a observar la Torah y mitzvah como es debido. Es decir, en la medida del escrito, ama a tu prójimo como a ti mismo, que la escalera para alcanzar la adhesión al Creador, cuánta razón tiene alegoría que dice, tonto, los dos nos uniremos juntos en el bote.
Thank you. So Rabbi Ashlag quote from Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai give like a story about two people that's sitting in a boat, right? And one person start to drill a hole in the boat. So the other person asks him, what do you do? So he says, you paid, like every one of us, we paid for our room in the boat. This is my space in the boat. That's my room. I rent for it. I paid for it. Don't tell me what should I do in my part of the boat. You get kind of the idea?
Yeah.
So the other person says, yes, maybe it's your part of the boat, but if you're drilling a hole, both of us gonna drown, and all the other people in this boat gonna drown, right? It means that all the people of the world, we are in the same boat. So if one person choose to live their life in a selfish way, just thinking about themselves, they actually drilling a hole in the boat. They can say, don't tell me what to do, is my life, it's my life. Don't tell me, yes, it's your life, but we all dependent on each other. And if you're drilling a hole, it's affecting all of us. Also, from the other hand, if someone see a hole and say, how can I fix that hole? How can I fix the boat? So it's help all the people in the world, in the world, all the people on the boat, that they'll be able to be saved from drowning, right? So that's how we should look at our life. Every one of us need to understand that all the people of the world, we are in the same boat. If I'm today choosing to be nice, to be kind, to love, to bestow good, to share positive energy, I'm helping the entire world. I'm helping to fix all the little holes in the boat. But if I'm today choosing just to be into myself, don't like really care about no one, just me, I'm starting a little hole, and it's affecting the entire world, right? And when we making the effort to do the spiritual work and to think in that way, we're helping many people in the world also to start to think in that way. It's not a coincidence that suddenly someone in the world say, I feel like I want to study Kabbalah. I feel like I want to understand more about the Zohar. Why? Where it's coming from? It's coming because his soul feels something. And why? It's because maybe someone somewhere around the world did something good today. And that energy affected somewhere else around the world, that it gave a boost of energy, and a person wake up in the morning and say, I want to start to be a better person. I want to start to be a person that share more, that love more, that is less selfish. And I understand that the knowledge of Kabbalah can help me to learn how to get there. That's how we're helping the world. We all the time thinking, how can we help the world, right? You see what's happening in the world. There's all the time wars, unfortunately, and chaos and disasters and floods. How can we help the world? Corona, different kind of diseases. How can we help the world? In a deeper level to help the world, on a spiritual level, it's what we just learned now. To understand that every one of us, when we healing ourselves, when we learning how to be channels of light, we actually helping the world on a spiritual level. And as a result, it's also eventually will help the world on a physical level. Okay? So we finished number 18, but we can also do number 19 because number 18 was short, or we can just do it next time. Up to you. What do you think? Should we continue a little bit? Number 19?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay, here. Please, who wants to read for us 19?
Ready.
Yes.
19. Rabí Elazar, hijo de Rabí Shimón, se extiende aún más en la explicación de la garantía mutua, diciendo que no es suficiente que todo Israel es garante unos de otros, sino que todo el mundo entra bajo la garantía mutua. Nadie discute eso, ya que todos admiten que para comenzar es suficiente una nación que observe la Torá, es decir, que comience con la corrección del mundo, ya que es imposible empezar con todas las naciones al mismo tiempo, como lo dijeron los sabios. Acerca de que el Creador recorrió todas las naciones con la Torá y no la quisieron recibir, es decir, estaban sumidos en la suciedad del amor propio hasta por encima de su nariz. Algunos ocupados en el adulterio, otros robos, asesinatos, etcétera, a tal punto que era imposible que esa época ni siquiera pensar en hablar con ellos acerca si estaban dispuestos a retirarse del amor propio. Por lo tanto,
Let's pause for a second.
Ok.
So again, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, all the people of Israel are in the same boat, and all of them are responsible for each other, which is true because they received the Torah on Mount Sinai. But in our days, not just the people of Israel are responsible for each other. Rabbi Elazar says that in our time, all the people of the world are responsible for each other. Every one of us. And the people of Israel, when they received the Torah on Mount Sinai, they were the one to start that message to the world about the idea of mutual responsibility and care for each other on a deeper level. But the people of Israel just received that so they can be an example for all the people, all the nations of the world, how every person in the world needs to think in that way, that we all responsible for each other because we all the same soul. We all one soul, that every one of us is like a spark of the larger soul, right? So we all affecting each other the same way that the organs in the body, every organ is responsible for the rest of the body, right? For example, the liver or the heart or the lungs or every organ, it's not just by himself. He's part of the body. If he's not going to do his work properly, it's going to affect the entire body. But if he's doing his work properly, the body is healthy. The body is working good. If every one of us, every human being in the world, we're not doing our work, our job, it's affecting the entire body, which is entire humanity. But if we're doing our work, it's healing the entire world and it's helping the entire world. And that's what Rabbi Elazar says about our time. Back then, on the time of Mount Sinai, God wanted to give the Torah to all the people of the world. God wanted all the nations of the world to be part and to say, yes, we take upon ourselves to be responsible that our spiritual work affecting the entire world. But God, it says that God actually offered them the Torah, offered them. What does it mean God offered them the Torah? God told them, do you want to be part of this idea of being responsible for the world through your spiritual walk? And the nations of the world say no. Back then, we're talking about 3,300 years ago. But today, throughout history, the spiritual walk of the people of Israel affected the entire world. And now all the world is ready to take responsibility for each other and for the entire world. In the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you could say, why didn't God give the Torah on Mount Sinai to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Right? He could give it to them. We're talking about 400 years before Mount Sinai. But the idea is, okay, let's continue to read a little bit more. Please.
Por lo tanto, el Creador no encontró ninguna lengua ni nación que estuvieran capacitadas para recibir la Torá, excepto los hijos de Abraham, Isaac y Jacob, que tuvieron el mérito de los patriarcas y como dijeron los sabios, los patriarcas observaban la Torá aún antes de que fue dada, refiriéndose a que por lo elevado de sus almas podían ir por todos los caminos del Creador. En lo que se refiere a la espiritualidad de la Torá, todo esto proviene de su adhesión al Creador sin necesitar anticipadamente la escalada del lado práctico de la Torá, lo cual no tenían posibilidad de cumplir en absoluto, como está escrito en Matán Torah.16. Sin lugar a dudas, tanto la pureza física como la elevación del alma de nuestros sagrados patriarcas influyeron enormemente en sus hijos y en los hijos de sus hijos, y fueron así dignos de ese derecho, de esa generación en la que cada uno de los miembros de la nación asumió ese altísimo trabajo, y cada uno dijo con entera convicción: haremos y escucharemos. Por esto fuimos elegidos necesariamente para ser un pueblo con una virtud especial, segulá, entre todos los pueblos. Y resulta que solo los hijos del pueblo de Israel asumieron la garantía mutua necesaria y no los otros pueblos del mundo, pues no participaron en eso, y es simple porque esa es la realidad.
So, what he says here, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were in a very, very high level of consciousness because their soul was completely pure without any evil inside, right? And the tremendous spiritual work. Why? Because Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were, they did a lot of work throughout their life to purify themselves. But the spiritual work of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob actually, the same way that parents affecting their kids with the DNA, right? Also, we affecting our kids in our spiritual DNA. When we changing, when we work in ourselves, when we learning how to be more kind and to be less selfish, we actually affecting also our kids and our grandkids and generations to come with the spiritual change that we're doing inside. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, their tremendous spiritual work helped the generations after, few generations after, when the people of Israel became like a whole nation and came out of Mount Sinai, came out of Egypt to receive the Torah on Mount Sinai. So those souls of the people of Israel, they were affected by the energy of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it helped them to purify themselves. So when they were on Mount Sinai, they actually said to God, yes, we want to receive the Torah. And we want to take responsibility to heal the world and to fix the world by fixing and working spiritually on ourselves. But where they got that energy from their forefathers and mothers, from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? And then on Mount Sinai, the people of Israel, there were few, 600,000 people, men. They stood near Mount Sinai, and, there were messengers like angels asking every one of them, are you willing to take upon yourself to live your life that all your life will be about sharing and caring for others and for the world, and completely let go of any selfishness. And every person of the people of Israel on Mount Sinai, they said, yes, we want to live this way of life. Where they got that energy from to say, yes, that's how we want to live? From Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's how they live their life. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all their life was just about sharing and caring and being a channel of light without any selfishness. So that's what they got, where they got it from. Okay. So next time we'll continue. Okay. Because he asking here, how can it be that Rabbi Elazar, son of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, is kind of saying, it seems like he's saying something like the opposite of his father. His father says, the people of Israel on Mount Sinai said to God, we are responsible for each other. How can it be that suddenly Rabbi Elazar said, all the people of the world are responsible for each other, but just a second, all the people of the world didn't stand on Mount Sinai. They didn't say to God, yes, we accepting upon ourselves to live that way of life. So why Rabbi Elazar is saying that? That's the question. And hopefully next time we're gonna continue and answer that question, okay?
Sounds good.